would be calling Mr. Peter Woche, head of station Mega 89.1 FM. Peter Woche is a media consultant and entrepreneur with over 2 decades of experience. He's a graduate of business administration from University of Benin and a Harvard Master's alumnus. He has served as a special assistant to ministers and the presidency under Goodluck Jonathan. He is the CEO of Green Springs Schools Group. Peter produces the award-winning Business and Economic Network and in-flight magazines for top airlines. Currently, he is the general manager of Mega 89.1 FM and a Rotarian assistant governor to Rotary Club Falomor. Please, let's put our hands together for him. Is that all we have? Let's put our hands together for him. Joining us next is Dr. Segun Manuel. When you hear customer service, this is the person. Dr. Segun Manuel is a customer service expert and the convener of WBMC. He's a global speaker, an author, and trainer with over a decade of experience in customer-focused roles in the oil and gas industry. He holds a doctorate in business administration. He has professional certifications in customer service and management, and he has a BSc in accounting. He's a certified management consultant and an award-winning trainer. Segun is recognized for his work in capacity development and enterprise growth. He has trained over 1,000 business owners through initiatives like the Mega Youth Summit and leads Smogville Solution, a top learning and development company. Please join me and welcome Dr. Segun Manuel. I am very, very delighted to invite this next speaker. Very, very, very delighted. You people should pay me after this event. Like, I'm very proud of myself. I should be paid for this particular service. Join me in welcoming Barrister Elohor, the magistrate and founder of WBBF. Barrister Elohor Vivian Tunde Smoot is a lawyer with nearly 2 decades of legal experiences and currently serves as a magistrate with the Delta State Judiciary. She's the founder of Women Beyond Boundaries, WBBF, an NGO empowering women to overcome limitations, rediscover purpose, and drive global change. Passionate about women and children's well-being, Elohor has served as a speaker, panelist, and contributor with NGOs and organizations dedicated to positive societal impact. She's a selfless leader, a lover of God, and an intentional nation builder who has led numerous community humanitarian projects. Join me and welcome Barrister Elohor Smoot. You're welcome. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much, Dr. Segun, and thank you very much, Barrister Elohor Smoot. Today is a very beautiful day, like I have said before, and I'm particularly interested in this section because we heard the Gen Z say a lot of things about how they are able to, if you notice, there are a lot of things about confidence, how to step into a room, how to show people that you are actually what you are. I don't think in our time, in my time, I don't think we had that. I think the reason I don't like to sing, I love to praise God, but if you know me, you know I don't like to sing because I honestly think I don't know how to sing. It's because one time I was singing, my mom just said, I don't think you should be singing. This other person should be singing. I was very small and tiny. I don't think I was in GSS1 yet, but that thing keeps ringing in my head. It's just there. That's my mom saying, don't worry, Nneka can sing better. Let her just be singing. You can do backup. It was harmless, but it was just there. So I'm glad that now we see Gen Zs who are teaching us how to be more confident. I just heard someone say, I'm 19 years old, and I'm like, wow, 19 years old, I don't know where I was. I don't remember where I was. I don't remember where I was. So guys, I want to start with Barrister Elohor Smoot because I believe that she has a lot of things to share with us. When we talk about our finance, there's so many habits that build up to you being a wealthy human. So many habits that we need to build. So I would like you to teach us today on serving, stewardship. It's something that a lot of people overlook. They feel, oh, I want to be this person. I can do it on my own. I can get there on my own. I want people to understand that to be able to grow wealth, you have to be ready to serve. You have to be ready to work under people. Like Jessica said, she has a lot of people that she has been positioned to serve. So I want to learn from you. How have you been able to achieve so much growth? At a point in time, did you serve? I want to learn from you, Ma.
Okay, thank you so much. It's a privilege being here today, and I promise that everything I'm going to say here today is from personal experience, either directly or indirectly, right? And so I can assure you that if you implement most of the things that we'll be sharing here today, you can be sure that your life will be better than how you came this morning. So talking about service, looking back at my life and till now, I would say it's one thing that has really positioned me to where I am right now. So I know while growing up, for every environment I find myself, the first question I would ask is, how do I make it better? How do I add my little to what this person is offering, to what this organization is offering, to what this school is offering? So I stepped in when our keynote speaker was, I think, almost rounding up and then taking some questions. And in response to that question was the fact that if you cannot give, then it will be difficult for you to get. But most times, people believe that giving has to do with money. No, that is a wrong mindset. Giving has to do with so many things. And I think with how far I have come, money is the least of what you can actually give. What Jessica is doing today is something to be commended, because growing up, we didn't have this kind of opportunity. So sometimes I sit down and I'm like, if we had this kind of opportunity growing up, then the way we feel now would be like, we would have long surpassed where we think we are right now. We didn't have this kind of opportunity growing up. We didn't have the opportunity to attend workshops, seminars, get people to tell you how to do it. It was such that you just have to figure it out by yourself. No way out, right? So beyond money, and even way above money, service is one thing that can distinguish you from any other body, any other person, in any space, whatever you find yourself. And of course, the easiest way to get a mentor is if you have something to offer. And the best thing you can offer to a mentor who can practically get any other thing is the act of service. And you can serve anywhere and everywhere. Just identify where your strength is or what your strengths are. And from there, fathom out from each encounter I have with this person. Now that I'm meeting Dr. Manuel today, or I'm meeting Mr. Peter, or I'm meeting Mrs. Elohor, how can I make an impact? How can this thing that I have or that I'm good at, how can I offer this to this person? You know? So I want to tell us something about Barr. It's like an acronym for emotional bank account. We're talking about finances. So for every person you meet in life, there is this thing, like, it's not physical, but know that it's like you are opening an account with that person, right? So it's like an emotional bank account. What is the state of that account? How do you service it? So you know how once you have an account in a bank, you can go and deposit money, or you go and you withdraw money. So such an account is something that you register once you meet the person for the first time. It's like you're registering it mentally in your head. So you know that for each thing you do for that person, whether directly or indirectly, whether it's the line of service, it's like you are depositing into that account. You understand? You are depositing into that account. And a time will come when you will need to make withdrawals. But for you to be able to effectively withdraw from that account, you must be sure that you have deposited enough to be able to call out a favor or call out something from that person. So I ask you, what is the state of your emotional bank account. Like if you need to call me out for something or you need my help, or can I just do a flashback? I'm like, okay, this person has been somewhere around me, you know, in my life, in my space or something. Oh, there was this time I needed someone to help me go pick up something from somewhere. This person was the only one I could reach out to, because sometimes those are the little things that you need to put yourself in, that within the reach of that person, for the person to say, okay, I think I can. It's like a payback. It works with anybody and any organization. So check yourself each time. Have I deposited into this account that I have with this person? Emotional. Because whether you like it or not, life is run by emotions. I would remember when I had this event, I invited everybody. Probably only one person showed up, and you happen to be that person. You might think it's nothing, but you have credited that account. A day would come when you would need me, and I would remember and record that. When I needed, like, people to stand, you were there. And then you get the kind of favor that you wanted to get. I'm sure Jessica pulling this together and pulling this lineup of people. It's not because of the money that she has. She must have been depositing daily, monthly, weekly into this account. And of course, when it was time to now, I want to make a withdrawal, it was a fast yes. It was a fast yes. So peradventure that person that asked that question is still here. You might not, there are a lot of mentors that want to help, but they will sit back and they are watching. They are watching, they are watching. Even as they are watching, they're also thinking, why should I say yes to this person? And one fast way of doing that, I will tell you, it's service. You serve without any expectation. Most times when you serve and you're not like you are expecting something, then that means you are not ready. Because if I pay for the offer you are giving to me, you cannot come tomorrow and come and be asking me, ma, please, can you help me do this? I've paid for your services. So I'm not saying that you will not charge, but there are some that you will strategically do. And like, no, ma, don't worry, it's on the house. But you know what you are getting at, right? And not like you do it today and tomorrow you're already asking for a favor. No, I just like, is it because of what you did yesterday? Please, give me your bill, let me pay. Do you understand? So I think all my life it's been service. And sometimes when you render this kind of services, the return you would get might not be directly from that person that you did it. But somebody might just be the one who would mention your name in a room where you're not there. Like, Segun, if you want to do this thing, give it to that person. And it's a done deal. Thank you.
Please, let's put our hands together for her. Now, before I came here, I wrote a list of questions I wanted to ask. But as soon as we sat down here, the Holy Spirit dropped in our hearts, or in my heart, 7. There is need for us to all have money, but there is a currency. There is a currency that you need more than money. You know what it means to serve someone, and you just go to a room and say, I work with this person. I've worked with this person, and it just opened doors for you. So this is from a recently entered millennial. Please, let's learn to serve. I'm saying this because a lot of Gen Zs, we see them all the time. They don't want to serve. I understand the rush. I want to make it now. But there's a currency that is much more bigger than that money you want to make now. Oh, that's that room to say, pay me now. There's something else, and she just said it. Please, let's learn from this session. Mr. Peter, it's so nice to meet you. This is the first time I'm meeting you, sir. And I like he's very demure, very, very mindful. I like his demeanor. Sir, this is a God, growth, and goals event, the multiplier effect. So there is no way we're not going to talk about God in all of this. So I want you to quickly tell us, how can we align our financial goals with our spiritual values? For example, I used to manage a club, a night club. And imagine that someone that God has called a prophet comes and starts telling you, the father said this, and you saw me last night managing a club because I honestly want to eat. I honestly want to make a living. And this is something I find myself loving. I love it when I do it. So how am I able to manage this part of, this is my spiritual values, and this is my job?
All right, first and foremost, I want to say a big thank you to Jessica, for inviting me, for Those of you who are not aware, publicly I'm shy. But once I get into character, in the studio or in the station, it's a different. I also want to thank the panelists I have here. Wonderful, great minds we have. Okay, pardon me, I talked so much, but I'm going to limit it because of what you just said. I want to start by saying 5 P's. 5 P's. Prayerful preparation prevent poor performance. QED as a Christian. Prayerful preparation prevent poor performance. Because most times, you know, we are scared of the unknown. If you're a Christian, I don't think you need to be scared. You fear things that are not real. False evidence appearing real. I'll give you a little preamble because what we want to talk about here today is practical, what has happened in my life. I sent myself to school. I went to University of Benin. And interestingly, I was in school and we are the first set of people that started night bus with Ekene Dilichuku. From University of Benin here, I'll go to Aba to go and make clothes. It wasn't my father's fault. 1980, they shut down African Timber and Plywood, Sapler here. And we have to move to Benin. So what do I need to do? And make no mistake about it, I know myself. And I always tell anybody who cares to hear about this, you must know who you are and whose you are. Make no mistake about it. And if you want to make any progress in your life, you must be a person of value. Look, people of value are in short supply. You want to be rich? Look for something to do. And people will come for you. I came into Warri just 7 months ago. All my life has been Lagos, London, America. I resigned from the office of the Chief of Staff in January. And I was in Canada resting when I got the call that they want me to come and do something in Warri. Warri of all places. All my life, I'm serious, I've not been to Warri before. I was born in Sapler, and we moved from Sapler to Benin. I've not been to Warri. And they said I should come, and when I had that conversation, I said, Warri? The guy said yes. And when the chairman of the board spoke with me, he said, please, we want your services. We want to come and do something in this place, and we know you have the ability to turn it around. Having said that, please take note of this. There was a young girl seated here before. I don't know why they left. I was taking note of her because she was taking note and was writing. I wanted to go and see her, but all of a sudden I got to know they've gone. Take note of this. Mark my word. You might not see me again. For everything you do, somebody's watching you. For whatsoever you do, whatever service, make no mistake about it. Somebody somewhere is watching you. And that's how I came to Warri. And guess what? When I was coming to Warri, we are the owners of LN247 satellite station in Lagos. When I was coming to Warri, I was flying down. Somebody told me, asked me, said, sir, you mean you are coming to Warri? Is that promotion or demotion? And guess my answer. I said promotion comes from God. And it is promotion for me because I am a success going somewhere to happen. And I don't care whatever name they call it. Take me to an island. Most people that work with me will tell you, I can sell pure water in an island. And you bring out your money. It's a must. There's no way, growing up, most times I always tell my cousin, I say there's no way anybody will have encounter with me. And you say you don't want to look at my face, you want to be looking at the bush. It's not possible. You must look at me. Okay, on a lighter note, when Jessica told me that I'm coming here, you know what I did? I said, how will I get the attention of people? I just made these clothes. And they supplied it to me this morning. And I decided to wear it for this event, purposely for this event. Probably when I finish, I'll go and seal it up somewhere and say, for the, yes, exactly, you know. And that's how I got to Warri as the general manager of Mega FM. I came as a consultant. I never wanted to stay. But all of a sudden, I looked out for a need and see how to meet that need. And I realized when I came into Warri that the radio stations they have, take note of this, please. I don't demarket anybody. I don't demarket any radio station. As far as I'm concerned, they don't exist. That is my mindset. And when I came, I did a survey. And since then, I just told myself, the people I'm even benchmarking, because I came from Lagos, are the Wazobias of this world, Cool FMs of this world. What do I want to begin to talk about? I don't want to call a name, the way the name sound, and this other one. I said, no, I'm not. But today, where we are today, the first thing I did in the month of April was to set up an online radio, which no radio station has in Delta State. So that means I can be in my live studio. You are listening to me in Canada. I have a woman who's building a hotel in Asaba, and she has one in Abuja and Lagos. And she told me that she got the link. And she said, it's as if you guys are back of my house. I said, yes, because when I came, the first thing I did was I dragged down all the ISP in my station, and I brought Starlink. I dare any radio station to go and get Starlink and do the kind of payment. Meaning, if you are a person of value and you know where you want to go to, for me, just like what Steve Coven will say, I see the end from the beginning. So I'm a person of value. And finally, another part again I look at, and I always allow people, I tell people about this. Be a person of value. There's nobody that come into my sphere of contact, you come in contact with me, and you say you are going away. It's not possible. One, I will make you my friend. Two, I don't call anybody that comes to my station clients. You are my partner. I call you my friend, I call you my partner. You'll be amazed that I will get to know your birthday, your wedding anniversary, your children's birthday. And you know what? You'll be amazed to see me come to your house for your spouse's birthday. And you begin to wonder, how did you get to know? Don't worry, that's my secret. That's my unique selling point. I'll come back after this.
Thank you very much, sir. So we've heard from, if there's anyone to teach us today about how to align your financial goals to your spiritual goals, this is the best example. He's saying that anywhere you are, create value. Because at the end of the day, the question I used to ask my friends when they say, oh, you're doing club and where am I going to meet sinners? If I'm going to bring people to Christ, where will I see them? Am I supposed to go to the church and go and bring people to Christ? So...
Well, let me ask you. So when the sinners come into your space, right, and you render the service that you're rendering now, do you look for an opportunity to now kind of align to the spiritual aspect of it? Because really that question is a technical one, yes. Right? So generally there will be like, there are some kind of job or businesses that is not ideal for one to be involved in if you are like, you know, this spiritual kind of thing, right? But again, I am a realist. And like we said, we have to take Christ outside the four walls of church, right? So most people, once they hear church, they just tune off, right? Because they've seen a lot of things. So taking Christ out, or taking Christianity out of church and bringing it to a more accessible space is perfect. But do you leverage on an opportunity? Do you look for an opportunity to really infuse that in? Or you just like, oh, where will I go to church to go and bring them? Or where will I see them? Now, the sinners are now before you. How do you try to ensure that as you render this kind of services to draw them in, that you also, you know, just, you understand? Like, for example, now, I don't know if you do it, probably the first 1 hour before the heat starts, you put like a gospel music. Just soft one in the background. You don't know. 99% of the people there might be like, since when this one started? But one person who actually came with the mind of, I won't go club tonight, might leave there a changed person. So what I want to say is you strategically do this thing. For example, you know, most people, once they hear lawyer, they're like, lawyers are liars. Okay, so if someone commits a crime and the person comes to you as the lawyer to say, okay, yes, I did it, so, but the matter is going to court. I don't tell anybody. Of course, you won't go to court and be telling the court that, my client did it. My client confided in me, right? But you would not look for a way like, how do I balance that? Even as I'm doing my job as a lawyer, you know, so there's there's a level to what I would want to do. There are some lawyers who will tell you that I do not handle this kind of cases because they know that once they take up that case, they would be forced or they will find themselves in a situation where they get to lie because of the nature of that case. So I want to say that for every business you find yourself, because we're tying God to it, you assess it. If you are not saying, and again, that personal relationship you have with God, is God saying, go all out and in every radical form, bring these people to me? Or is God saying, I know that you have access to this kind of persons, so inject me into them this way. Sometimes it's just you sowing a seed. Like the seed now is, you plant a thought in their hearts and you leave them to it. And God picks it up from there. Do you understand? So I just told you something now. For example, is the change. You know how they have, I think we went to the Hive recently. They said they have one hour happy hour or something where people get to drink for free. So yes, you can just style it somehow, but it's where there's a level of spirituality. But like, it can just be 30 minutes, so I don't overpush it. Like, I don't want my customers to go away. But even if it's just one person that you end up attracting with that, and you continue it, and you see that over time, someone might just send you a message, that's your church, or that's why I come yesterday. I don't feel myself again after that. And God who gave you that business and wanted it to be like an avenue to get people back to him, knows how to sustain it. If you used to do strippers or something, you might say, from this month, we're not going to do strippers again for this club. Yes, you can drink if you want to drink. Yes, you can have some secular music or whatever, but like stripping is ruled out. You're not going to just bring Christianity there because of my, but there's a way you stylishly and strategically just push it in. Don't come with me and say, God loves you, repent. People will turn off. But there's a way you do. So for those things you enjoy, I can introduce Christ to it. Yeah. You understand it now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. So we've heard, see, this section is a very beautiful one because it is not planned. I wrote questions down and every of the questions has been tweaked in one way or the other because the Holy Spirit actually wants us to learn from this section. You can imagine that me, that is the host of the panel, I've gotten my own lessons from, from the section. So, Dr. Segun Manuel, I love to call you Dr. Segun Manuel. I don't know. Let me collect the Dr. Grace. Dr. Segun Manuel, when we hear customer service, we think of interpersonal relationship. How do you speak to people? How do you connect with people? I think, personally, I have an issue with connecting with people. One time, my pastor called it orphan spirit. That person that is in a space, doesn't want to be seen, just wants to go in and come out, and I don't know how to ask for help. I don't even know how to voice out the basic things that people would randomly say, don't worry, I'll call this person and they'll be there for me. And imagine someone that has this person in their circle. Let me even use Gary as an example. I have the person that brought me to Worry, like when God said, move to Worry, I didn't have anywhere to stay in Worry. My mom reached out to him and he was like, don't worry, I will send her transport. Let her come to Worry. I was staying in Lagos all my life. I've been in Worry for like 5 years plus. Imagine this access I'm supposed to have with this person. If I want to reach him, guess what I do? I did not offend him. He's not offended by me. If I call him and say, I need this thing at midnight, he will attend to me, but I don't know how to ask him. So I will tell my friend Gary to help me ask the person that brought me to Worry. It is that bad. It is that bad. So I want to know, in growing our finances, in becoming financial giants, how do we connect to people? I want to learn. How do we, because these people are not saying that, if he offended me. Once they hear Ify, they are coming through. But it is the Ify, it is me. I don't know how to ask them. I think when I went to talk to you just now, I was thinking, do I know what I want to even tell her? So, as millennials, Gen Z, I think you guys already got that figured out because you are very confident. Jesus. Very confident people. So I want to learn. I want to grow my finances. I want to be able to enter circles and be able to talk to them. How do I do this?
All right. First of all, let me say thank you very much to Jessica for putting this together, and to say thank you to everyone here for coming. This is not something that is common in Worry, right? This is not something that is common, but you guys have put yourself together here taking time. You could have been in one wedding or something else, but you are here to learn. Let me go to a question. For anybody to buy from you, they must first of all have the KLT factor. What's KLT factor? They must first know you, like you, and then what? So for a sale to happen, there must be a knowing, there must be a liking, and there must be a trusting, right? For you to have whatever you want and make it big in your finance, you must be able to sell. For you to have the finance that you need, everybody, whether you're working, whether you're in business, you must be able to sell. Tell your neighbor, say sell.
Sell.
We are all in this world to sell. Zadel is selling. Our magistrate is selling. I am selling. Ife is selling. Peter from Mega FM is selling. We are all selling. And for me to buy from you, I must first of all know, like, and trust you. If I must know you, I have not known you before, you have not seen me. The easiest way for me to know you is to do what? Serve. The easiest way for me to know you is for you to serve. Service is the quickest access you get to finance. And they've said a lot about that already. I'm just re-emphasizing it. Sell something. Turn to your neighbor, say sell something.
Sell something.
Microphone. You must sell something. If you are not selling a product, you are also the product. So if I must first know you, like I said, you must serve. And in that your service, there's a thin line between eye service, like I train my people, and customer service. There's a thin line, very thin line, between eye service and customer service. It's a thing around our society today that when people serve, most times their service, instead of it being proper service, is eye service. What is eye service? Anybody? What is eye service? Notice me? Yes? Sorry? You dey pretend like say you dey do something and true, you know they do the thing. You say, ITK, Abi? I too know. And you really don't know the thing, Abi? So, yes? You are doing it because you are expecting people to commend you and say, well done, this guy they try. If not be this guy, that is eye service. And eye service at the end of the day will not take you anywhere. You know why? The thing you're supposed to do and learn, you will not learn it because you're actually not learning it. Like somebody said, you are just showing like you are doing it. Why not take the time to actually do it? So we're talking about knowing, liking, right? If you are doing eye service and I find out, which is what I will definitely find out at the end of the day, anybody who's doing eye service, we feel not know for the beginning, but after a while, we will definitely know that this person is not doing it. And when I find out, instead of me to like you, what will happen? I will have that distaste. As this guy, they do like say they do, but you know they do. Instead of the work to the complete, the work not the complete. Mothers, you have children like that, right? Who are doing the thing like, you assume that they are doing it, but they are not doing it. You know them, the like is where the problem is now. And if I don't like you, the tendency for me to trust you is not there, you know. So if you come to sell something to me at the end of the day, will I buy? If you come to ask me to do something for you at the end of the day, will I do? Because I'm not sure whether this is the way they ask me now, so this is your normal way where you do like say you do. There are many people who have said they will do events like this. They have said it, they have said everything about it, but at the end of the day, they did not do it. Why? We have not been able to build that trust in them from the KLT factor. Remember what I said? KLT is what equals sales at the end of the day. And for you to improve your finance, like I said, you must sell. Let me talk to Gen Zs. It's not too early to start selling. I'll say it again. It's not too early to start selling. In our days, we finished school 25 years, 24, above 20. Many of them today finish school at 14. When I say school, university, right? 17, 16, I've seen 15, you know, and it's nice, it's good. Quick, finish the thing because at 20 years, bank is already asking you for 7 years work experience, right? So finish early. It means that in the world that you are going into, this generative AI days that somebody talked about, the age of the working age is going to keep reducing. And if it's going to keep reducing, it means that a whole lot is expected of you. Today, 20 years old is renting a 3-bedroom flat. In our days, 35 years old never figure 3-bedroom flat. If you want to rent it, they will tell you, what do you need 3-bedroom flat for? Why are you renting it? But the numbers are dropping, so you must start early so that you need to begin to build the finance that was up. So don't forget, know, like, and trust. That's what leads to what?
Sales.
And the sales is what helps you build
your finance. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much, Dr. Segun. This has been a very inspiring section. I don't know about you, but me, I learned a lot. If you've not gotten anything from here, at least you've gotten KLT. Know your customers, get them to like you, and get them to trust you. There's so many people that we buy from. We do not actually like their product, we just like their personality. And you just see yourself buying it over and over again. And Mr. Peter Woche said something. He said, create value. So I'm telling you 3 things I have learned today. So in case you did not learn, you can copy from me. Create value. Where you are, people are always watching. Someone is seeing you. Someone is saying, oh, I like the way this person is so diligent in what they are doing. And also, my mama, Barrister Elohor Smooth, she nearly beat me just now. But I love her. I love her because for every single time that you spend with her, there is something to take home. I cannot start listing what I have taken from her today. But I think that when she gets home, I'll try to even pain her because I will still keep reiterating everything she has said to myself. Now, we had a finance workshop today. We've heard how you can incorporate God to your finances, how you can learn to incorporate customer service to your finances to help you create wealth. We've heard about adding value to yourself. One thing I want to say today is that the basis of everything happening here today, the basis of this event is God. It is good to make money. It is good to look for means to make money. But do not forget that the most important thing is God. Whatever you do, make sure that you start with God. Thank you so much for coming on this session. I'm very grateful, sir. I'm very grateful, ma. Thank you so, so much.